My name is Yoshi Rahm. I'm a family physician at Glendale Adventist Medical Center, and I'm here to give you a tip to be the healthiest you. The health tip is to stay away from processed foods as much as possible. I'm going to give you a little example. On one end, we have a processed food like a Twinkie bar. The Twinkie bar is wrapped, airtight, highly processed, probably could last decades. On the other end, we have a head of lettuce. It's freshly grown, right out of the ground. It's alive. And then you have all the foods in between. I want you to stay away from foods over at this end, and I want you to stay close to this end near the live, healthy, whole foods. The whole foods have many vitamins and minerals in them. Those are the ones that'll help make you a healthier you.
Welcome back to HEALTHline. I'm Kim Milstein. I'm so happy to be here with my good friend Gregory Zarian, and we're having the conversation tonight about fad diets and what truly is sustainable. We're here with Annette Hatch, the patient care coordinator from the Center for Weight Loss at Glendale Adventist, and Dr. Yoshi Rahm, a family practitioner here in Glendale. So good to have you both here. Annette, I couldn't stop thinking over the break time about where we left off. You were talking about the changes that were taught through the program, not just a colorful plate, but what other things were you working through in how to change behavior for long-term success?
Well, I think the number one priority is physical activity. And I think that that's a problem for a lot of people.
That's great that you say that. That's great that you say that.
But ultimately, you're not going to live a healthy lifestyle, not even necessarily about weight. You won't be healthy if you're not active.
Your heart won't be healthy.
Your heart won't be healthy. There's greater chances of cancer. There's greater chances of high cholesterol. All of those.
Well, your body's a car. I mean, doctor, what is it? Minimum 150 minutes a week to just minimum in regards to cardio activity.
Exactly.
30 minutes a day.
Yep.
You know, I read a fascinating study that came out just yesterday, and I'm not going to lie, guys, I taped this up on my fridge. So they did a study with healthy young men who were regularly physically active, and they asked them to stop doing their same level of fitness for 3 days and continue with their same diet. So these are men who are very physically fit, who are very committed to exercise, and do you know that at the end of 3 days, their blood sugar levels spiked 26% higher than they were while they were doing physical exercise.
Isn't that crazy?
And the danger to that is that you can actually reset your blood sugar levels, and that creates so many more chronic conditions. Dr. Rahm, talk a little bit about this.
When that happens, your hormones change. Insulin spikes, cortisol spikes. These are hormones that actually promote weight gain. Okay? I'd like to touch a little bit more upon lifestyle changes, right? You talked about physical activity being so important. You know, water, that's something we forget about as being part of our diet.
Absolutely.
What, 8 to 10 glasses minimum a day? 8
glasses minimum, all right?
Cheers.
Cheers to you too. Please get some water, thank you.
Laughing creates good hormones.
We've talked about
actually help
on HEALTHline.
weight
Absolutely.
loss. It's unbelievable, but true, right? Another one. Screen time. How do we do the physical activity? We cut down our screen time. Screen time is time in front of the computer, time in front of the TV.
Well, you know, screen time is an international pandemic.
It is.
And I feel that's why obesity is at such a large rate right now, because when I was a kid, we didn't have screen time. We were outside playing, and we were very involved and active.
No video games.
Not at all.
And
we only have 3
sleeping.
channels.
Well, I was not that old. I had some video games. Ouch.
I also want to touch upon sleeping.
Please.
Oh.
Sleeping.
How many hours a night?
At least 8 hours every night. Why? Wow. For those who are trying to lose weight, 50% more weight is lost in those who get 8 hours or more of sleep every night.
Wow, this is so much more than just a pill.
It's also more.
So much more than just taking the stairs one time.
And let me just say this too, by the way. Laughing doesn't seem like a prison. Sleeping doesn't seem like a prison. Eating a colorful plate doesn't seem like a prison. So we can actually, hopefully by the end of this episode, remove those bars from you and remove them from you. Because here's a question. What do you do in your life every day that promotes healthy choices and healthy living? What do you do? So when we come back, we're going to share with you a story about somebody that decided to change his game and do something that changes conversation, and we're talking about it here.
And amazing results.
Do not go away. So I decided to come out into the community and find out what's the craziest fad diet you have been on. The answers probably won't surprise you. Share with us the craziest diet you've ever been on.
The craziest diet I've ever been on was the lemonade master cleanse, 15 days.
So tell me about the craziest diet you've ever been on.
The master cleansing.
Oh, so you're on a diet now?
I am on it. I started today.
What is the craziest diet you've ever been on?
Well, I think years ago I was on a grapefruit diet, nothing but grapefruit.
How was that for you?
I lost weight, but I gained it back because I love cookies and candies. That's my problem.
So grapefruit, cookies, and candies.
The crazy thing I've done was I've gone on full vegan diets and eaten nothing but raw vegetables and drank only water.
Did you like it? Did you hate it?
I hated it.
Oh, okay. What are you feeding Dizzy with?
Well, that's how I've been able to. He's actually the first reason I was able to not have anything. So that's probably the craziest diet. I didn't have sushi while I was pregnant. I didn't have anything that could possibly get either of us sick. And he loves spinach.
He has little muscles.
He's like,
does.
Yeah.
For someone that can't do the master cleanse, what do you suggest to them in regards to a healthy approach about cleaning out their system?
Mediterranean diet.
What is the Mediterranean diet?
Olive oil. More green vegetables.
More green vegetables?
Yes, less meat, and working out.
What do you do now, Tara, in regards to healthier choices?
Healthier choices. I just learned that the body changing your diet is more of just eating clean. So I just learned to eat clean, eat just fresh meats and vegetables, and just run every day and just learn that the body is a science. And you don't need to starve yourself.
So bottom line is your solution to anybody is to find the particular lifestyle choice for them and their...
It all comes down to lifestyle choice.
Okay, well thank you a lot. I'm just going to do a little more cuddle time with Popeye. We've heard a lot of diets and a lot of quick ways people tried to lose weight. Bottom line, the healthiest choice is a clean lifestyle choice. Welcome back. The conversation has been about dieting and fad diets, and can you believe all the crazy diets that we heard about
and
with my man on the street?
Just scratched the surface.
That is so crazy. And then a lot of you on Facebook reached out to us. Here we have Marsha Barnhart. She said in the 70s she did a liquid diet. She lost 30 pounds but put 40 pounds back on. And then right here, David Bader said his girlfriend was on the grapefruit diet. She ended up getting an ulcer and bleeding gums. Is that our comments? Are things like this?
Do you see this in your practice?
A lot?
Yes, that's common. Too much citric acid, too much acid. You need more alkaline diet also.
So what do you say to a patient who comes in and says, you know, I've tried this grapefruit diet, I did the liquid diet. What's your advice?
I prefer to take a step back and talk to them. Why are they overweight? Let's have a discussion, right? It's not simply one thing, I'm sure.
Right.
You said to me, Doctor, too, that healthy lifestyles for people, that's your passion.
Yes. How can it not be?
True. No.
Healthy people are fun. When you go to the
Look
Rose
at us,
Bowl,
right?
when you go to the Rose Bowl on the weekend and you see people exercising, I mean, that brings me happiness. And I don't see how it can do otherwise for anybody else.
And so on the other side of happiness, what is the one food that you totally wish we could do without?
Processed food.
And so
as
when you
category.
say, is that me taking away my chicken tenders? Is that okay?
Yeah. On one end, we have live food, whole food.
Okay.
Food that's close to being freshly grown.
Right.
Right? On the other end, we have processed food, highly processed food. Twinkie bars, right?
Yeah.
Twinkie bar sits in a wrapper,
Got
airtight,
it.
can last for years and years and years. Then you have the whole spectrum in between. We want to stay close to this live food.
I think one of the my favorite tips I got is shop on the perimeter of the grocery store.
Excellent.
Avoid the aisles and shop on the perimeter because that's where you're going to find the fresh fruits and vegetables. You're going to find the meat that's in its true form as opposed to a processed form.
As opposed to the chicken tenders.
Okay, so what about chicken tenders? We have some great rapid fire. We have some great rapid fires coming up. Annette, real quickly, what about the person that says, "I just don't have time to work out and lose weight"? Because you've done it.
Sure,
She raised her hand. I didn't point.
I
didn't point. So what is that? How do you invite someone to get out of that excuse and really make something different happen?
First and foremost, you have to make physical activity a priority. You have to make yourself a priority.
Great.
Physical activity, just walking, is going to give you the health benefits, but the psychological benefits as well.
Okay.
Just doing something for yourself, doing something for your stress level, all of those things are going to benefit from physical activity, and you have to make it a priority. It doesn't have to be all at one time in the day. Sometimes it's hard to block out a whole hour. Walk 10 minutes at lunch. Walk 20 minutes after dinner. Just get outside.
Baby
and
steps,
move.
baby lifestyle choices to make changes. Real quickly, some of our rapid fire. Diet Coke and soda. What does that do to us?
That's horrible. It messes up the acidity of our blood. It messes up our bones. It actually draws calcium out of our bones. We get osteoporosis.
And people lose weight if they cut all that out, don't they?
Yes, definitely. Because you're cutting out sugar.
What do you say to Diet
Even
Coke?
in a diet soda.
Those are bad for you
They're
regardless.
horrible for you.
Yes, it actually gives your body a false sense of hunger or of fullness, excuse me.
And I think it also triggers that sweet tooth that we talk about. If you're trying to cut refined sugars out of your diet and then you're drinking something that has that sweetness, you really do crave something sweet.
And you're still hungry, so then you actually end up eating.
So bottom line, it should say on Diet Coke, and I'm going to lie to you because you're still going to be hungry, and it's all just fake sugar. Okay, so we've been talking about a gentleman who put down his keys and got on his bike. Please take a look at Drew's story. It's going to inspire you.